here. Who's going to kick off the show? We're very excited.
Very excited. This gentleman up from D.C., Washington, D.C. Yes, great. That's Nancy Pelosi.
Big old town.
On the run from John Boehner. We have this gentleman. Please put your hands together for Mr. Andrew Bucket.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm gonna get started in a minute, but I gotta ask, do you guys remember this thing? Yeah! I tried to Google that. The ungoogleable. Fingers in reverse on your face in the shape of glasses towards someone you know, like you used to do. Right? So it's cool, we're friends with Cuba again. It's been a long time coming. It was like that friend I'm not allowed to talk to because they dated my other friend. But I'm like, they're probably really cool. But Cuba came out, we haven't talked to them in so long, and they came out telling us like all their secrets, and they were like, we've had a vaccine for cancer since the 80s. And then they were like, yeah, we also have a girlfriend. You don't know her, she goes to another school. We met at summer camp, you don't know anybody she knows. I work with this girl who told me very quickly when we started working together that she was polyamorous. And I was like, oh, that's wrong. And she was like, excuse me, it is 2015. You can't tell me who I can love and how many people I can love at the same time because I am evolved, okay? And I can, like, my heart does not belong to one single person. And you're like, you can't tell me. And by the way, did I mention it's 2015? And I was like, no. What I mean is you can't mix Greek and Latinate root words. Your lifestyle is called multi-amory.
Oh, shit!
Do you think I won? Hey, this is silly, but I like you guys. I know this is silly, but I've been watching a lot of old movies. Well, not old, but like movies from the 80s, and like there's these characters in the ones with dancing where there's like a guy, and he's like a bad boy, right? But he loves to dance by himself. And so he's like really good at dancing, but they have to maintain in the narrative of the movie that he is indeed a bad boy. And so he'll do like a really elevated like dance move, but with a bad boy twist. Which I think I figured it out. Can I do it? Okay.
Yeah.
He's always dancing with his shirt off for kind of no reason, but in a factory. So, okay, it kind of looks like this. You know what I mean? It's got like a rock and roll ending. I told you it was silly. Thanks for letting me do it. I got into a fight with a strange woman. Well, strange to me, like we don't know each other, that's what I mean. And so, I was walking my dog, and the dog's going to the bathroom, and I'm checking my phone, and it's kind of like this break that we have from each other. Just like some space. And I'm checking my phone, dog's in the bathroom, this woman comes up, and she kind of sizes me up. And decides she doesn't like the cut of my jib or something, and doesn't trust me to do the right thing. And she goes, hey, you better clean that up. I don't know if somebody's told you to do something before you have the chance to do it. It's utterly infuriating. And I got so welled up with anger that I was like, yeah, I know. Which is a bad comeback to anything. And so, because I didn't get the good line out, the French call it le spirit de l'escalier, or staircase wit. I fucking replayed the event the whole day over and over in my head, just like went to the game tape, and I was like, yeah, I'm walking my dog, break from each other. She comes up, doesn't like cut my jib. She sizes me up, tells me I better clean that up. And I'm in line at CVS, I got so involved with the fantasy that out loud I was like, how about you mind your own business, lady? And I was like, oh, catharsis, finally. And so then I like got into it again, and I was like, let's go to the game tape. Oh, you can make a judgment about my character? You don't even fucking know me? Well, how about, yeah, size me up, cut my jib? Yeah, I better clean that up. And I'm in between two people on the bus like, here's an idea, mind your own business, lady! And that's when I realized this is what happens to crazy people. Do you know that guy in front of Whole Foods that's like, with 6 backpacks, and he's like, the trash comes Wednesday! That dude got into a fight in the 70s. Just a petty argument, and it was the first of many bad decisions. Like, another thing that happened when I was walking my dog is I found money on the ground. Right? You went, ooh, because it's a cool story no matter how much it was. It could be a Sacagawea coin. And it's a holiday in the sun. How much do you even think I found? $5, right? It's a kiss from heaven. It's a shooting star. You tell everyone. $20, you get Chinese food for just you. Don't get crazy, it's only 20. 50? You're luxuriating with you and your boo crush in Chinese food. You skip the argument about, no babe, don't get the egg roll appetizer. There's an egg roll that comes with the combination box that we're already getting. You save us $4.50. No, 50, you're fucking, look, it's like what Elon Musk gets. It's like, I invented the Tesla. I'll have crab rangoon and lo mein and General Tso's egg roll appetizer and fuck it, a poo-poo bladder. I don't even know what's in it. I'll just have it. No, guys, I found, get ready, $100 bill on the ground. You should be carrying me out on your shoulders like I'm Rudy. Like I just sacked the quarterback in front of my dad and he loves me now. Do you understand what happens when you find that much money on the ground? It changes your life. You know what you can do with $100? Anything you want. Name a thing. It's $100. You can go to fucking Six Flags twice. I called my parents to brag about it like it was an achievement. My dad's like, are you calling to borrow money again? I said, actually, no. Remember your comedian son who should really finish his degree? Guess who has $100? He's like, it's Thanksgiving this weekend. We'd love to see you around the table. I said, sorry, Dad, my weekend is tied up. I'm going to Six Flags twice. I'll tell you something that sucks about finding that much money on the ground. You cannot stop looking at the ground. Like money just springs from the earth every day. You just gotta find it like it's a token in Zelda. Bro. And guess what looks like money? Any kind of trash. You're like, oh, it's my lucky day. Oh, it's just a mattress. Just a mattress. I got one more thing I want to tell you about, man. So I have this British friend named Lala, and she was like, Andrew, I'm going back to England, and I've got all this weed, pip, pip, chimmery, chiroo, tuppence up. Guys, don't laugh at her accent, she's foreign from England. Got all this weed, I can't go on a plane with it. And so she just handed me a huge bag of weed, and now I have weed. And I don't like to buy drugs, it fucking like wigs me out, but I was kind of like a freakin' of drugs, like if they just happened to come into my possession, fine. And so I have this weed, I'm smoking weed, it's right around Valentine's Day, and my mom calls me and she's like, hey Puff, how you doing? She calls me Puff. And she's like, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm fine. She's like, you sure? You don't sound like too great. I'm like, oh, no, it's cool, I'm good. She's like, honey, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing's wrong, I'm fine. Just high, right? She assumes it's like Valentine's Day, she's gotta do something to cheer me up. That's what moms do. So my mom tried to send me something in the mail called Sherry's Berries. You know what this is? I'll explain. It is a fist-sized strawberry covered in rich, velvety milk chocolate. And so she tries to send me Sherry's Berries, and they don't come on Valentine's Day, right? And so my mom calls Sherry's Berries and complains, as moms will do, but she really let them have it because she thought it was very important that I have these berries around Valentine's Day because I was so glum. And she's like, excuse me, you supposed purveyor of berries! My son is depressed and needs decadent sweets, which you failed to deliver! So Sherry's Berries freaks out because they care about their reputation. So the next day, I received 24 of Sherry's Berries. And then the next day, they overcorrected and they sent me 24 more of Sherry's Delicious Berries. Third day, 24 more of Sherry's Berries. What do you think happened on the fourth day? You guessed right. 24 more of Sherry's Berries. All told, I had about 100 of these berries. What I've left out in this story is that I was poor. And this was the only food that I had. And so I started consuming Sherry's Berries for 3 square meals a day. And I would go to work, and all my coworkers would be like, oh, Sherry's Berries, amazing! And I'm like, I'm sorry, I gotta stop you there. I know it looks like I have 100 of these berries, but I need them for nourishment. Now, another thing about Sherry's Berries, eat 1, okay. Eat 2, real-time diabetes, like you just had it now. And I started getting just get the sugar, it just wears on your psyche, right? And so I just started smoking weed, my stomach hurts, I'm like smoking weed, I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit better, but boy am I hungry. And I was like, oh, I have some more berries. Oh, I'm so sick, I better have some weed. Oh, God. And it turned into this fucking vicious cycle, and suddenly I'm like Brian Wilson in bed, just covered in berry stems, and it's like a fucking Pythagorean nightmare of berries, geometric patterns swirling on my fucking head. And so I had to get on WebMD, just like what to eat, what to do if you eat too many of Sherry's berries. And it just autofills while high. I've been Andrew Bucket. You guys have been great. Thanks for your time.